The dinner table was full, but the air was tight with something unspoken. Alana sat at the edge, quiet, her hands folded neatly on her lap. Her dress was plain, her hair pulled back without effort. She didn't speak much, didn't interrupt. Just watched. Across the table, her co-wife Vanessa laughed loudly, her gold earrings catching the light. She wore a bright red dress that hugged her curves. Her nails were long and painted. Everything about her said bold and confident. Judith, Alana's mother-in-law, smiled at Vanessa like she was the sun. "Vanessa, your skin is glowing. You must show me the cream you use." Kendra, the sister-in-law, nodded quickly. "And the stew you made last week? Amazing. You're such a good cook." "Not like some people," she said with a sly glance at Alana. Everyone chuckled. Judith stood to serve dinner. From the kitchen, she brought out 2 plates. One had fluffy jollof rice and perfectly grilled chicken, the steam rising like a fresh gift. She placed it in front of Vanessa with a warm hand on her shoulder. Then came the second plate. Burnt rice. Dry chicken, black around the edges. She dropped it in front of Alana without a word. Alana looked down at the food. Her face didn't change. Not a flicker of pain or anger. Her husband, Marcus, didn't even glance her way. He kept scrolling on his phone like she wasn't there. Alana picked up her fork slowly. "Thank you, Mama," she said softly. Judith gave a short nod, already back in conversation with Vanessa about hair appointments and weekend plans. Alana began to eat. The rice was bitter and hard, but she chewed and swallowed, bite after bite, quietly, but in her eyes something shifted. A flicker. Not sadness. Not defeat. Something else. A calm knowing. A quiet storm. She smiled, not the kind that seeks approval, not the kind that begs for peace, but the kind that says, "I see you, and I'm not finished yet." No one noticed. They laughed and praised Vanessa. They gossiped and planned. But Alana was not always like this, quiet, tired, and always in the background. She came from a warm, middle-class family in Charlotte. Her parents were teachers. They taught her to work hard, speak kindly, and never settle for less than she deserved. She studied accounting in college and got a good job at a firm right after graduating. Life was simple and peaceful. Then she met Marcus. He was charming in the beginning, smart, ambitious, and funny. He said all the right things and made her feel special. Her parents didn't approve. They felt something was off, but Alana was in love. She believed love would be enough. So, she married Marcus and moved to Atlanta, leaving her job and her family behind. At first, things were okay. Marcus had just started a small logistics business and told Alana it would be better if she stayed home to support him. His mother and sister agreed. "A good wife stays close to the home," Judith had said. "Let your husband shine. Your time will come." Alana agreed, thinking it was just for a while. But months turned into years. Her resume got dusty. Her dreams began to fade. Her world became small, just cooking, cleaning, waiting. Marcus changed too. He stopped being kind. The stress from work, the constant influence from his mother, the way he always needed to feel in control, it all turned him cold. He no longer looked at Alana with love. He barely spoke to her. And then one day, he brought home another woman. Vanessa. He said it was to help her. That Vanessa was struggling and needed a place to stay. That it would only be temporary. Alana was shocked. She asked him what he meant, what kind of help required another woman moving into their home. But Marcus didn't explain. He didn't care. Vanessa was the complete opposite of Alana. Loud, bold, beautiful in a flashy way. She wore tight clothes, spoke her mind, and had a past full of hustle. She grew up in rough places, knew how to survive, and knew how to make people like her, especially men. Judith and Kendra loved her. They started calling her our real daughter-in-law. They praised her cooking, her looks, even the way she walked. It didn't matter that she barely helped around the house. Alana was now just the extra, the one who blended into the walls. Still, she stayed. She woke up early, cleaned the whole house, cooked for everyone, and took care of every small thing. No one said thank you. No one even noticed. But she noticed everything. The way Judith whispered with Vanessa. The way Marcus avoided her eyes. The way Kendra made fun of her when they thought she wasn't listening. Alana didn't cry much anymore. Her pain had turned quiet. Heavy. But she carried it. Then, one afternoon, she ran into someone from her past. Tammy. Tammy had been her best friend in college. They had lost touch after Alana got married. But there she was, in the grocery store, smiling like no time had passed. Tammy hugged her and asked how she was. Alana lied and said, "I'm okay." But Tammy could see through her smile. They started talking again, meeting for coffee. Tammy listened without judgment. She reminded Alana of who she used to be. She said, "You don't have to stay small for people who don't see you." There was also Mama Etta. She lived next door, an old woman with slow steps and wise eyes. She always greeted Alana with a soft voice and kind words. One day, Mama Etta stopped her in the hallway and said, "You have a fire in you, child. Don't let them pour water on it." Alana smiled, but her heart stirred. Maybe she wasn't broken. Maybe she was just waiting. And now the waiting was coming to an end. That night, after the dinner, the house was quiet. The dishes were done. The lights were dim. Alana moved around silently, as always, cleaning up after everyone. Vanessa had gone to her room, humming. Judith was in the living room, scrolling on her tablet. Marcus was upstairs, in their room, lying on the bed as if the world owed him peace. Alana was about to head to bed when she heard laughter from the kitchen. It was low at first, but then it grew louder. She paused. It was Judith and Vanessa. She stood still, just around the corner, out of sight. She really ate that burnt food like it was her last meal, Judith laughed. She's too easy, Vanessa said. She doesn't even talk back. Just keeps doing all the work. Judith lowered her voice, but Alana still heard every word. Marcus is filing the papers next week. Her name's coming off the house. He's putting everything in your name. You'll finally have what you deserve. Vanessa giggled. About time. Alana felt like the floor under her feet moved. The house, the one she helped pay for, cleaned every day, gave up her job for, was being taken from her. Quietly, behind her back, she backed away from the corner, her chest tight but her face calm. She climbed the stairs slowly and walked into the bedroom. Marcus didn't look up. Is it true? She asked softly. He looked up, annoyed. What? That you're removing my name from the house. He didn't flinch. Yeah. She stared at him. Why? Because it's mine. You don't work. You don't contribute. And Vanessa deserves security. But I helped pay for this house, she said. I left my job for you. He sat up now, his voice sharper. Don't start, Alana. You'll be fine. You're not the kind of woman who fights back anyway. She looked at him for a long moment. Not in anger. Not in tears. Just stillness. Good night, she said and walked out. That night, Alana didn't cry. She sat on the edge of the bed in the guest room, where she sometimes slept when Marcus didn't want her around. Her hands were still, her eyes wide open. Something inside her had shifted. They thought she was weak, that she wouldn't do anything, that she was just a quiet woman who wouldn't fight back. They were wrong. She wouldn't beg. She wouldn't shout. But she would not leave empty-handed. Alana made a decision. She was going to get her life back, her name, her dignity, and her justice. And she would do it her way. Alana started to move quietly, but with purpose. A few days after the talk with Marcus, she called Tammy. Her voice was calm but firm. I need help, she said. Tammy didn't ask too many questions. Come over, she said. Let's talk. They met at a small coffee shop on the west side of town. Tammy listened as Alana told her everything. The lies, the second wife, the house, the plan to erase her name. Tammy's face was tight with anger. This is not okay. You need a lawyer. She gave her the number of a friend, a woman named Deja who handled divorce, fraud, and financial abuse cases. Alana called her the next day and scheduled a meeting. She felt nervous walking into the office, but Deja's calm and serious energy gave her strength. They talked for over an hour. Alana shared everything she could remember. Deja asked for documents, any paper, emails, messages, anything that showed her connection to the house, to Marcus's business, to their shared money. Alana went home with a list in her mind. That night, she stayed up while everyone slept. She opened the locked drawer in the study where Marcus kept his files. She knew the key was hidden under the printer. She had seen him use it many times. She pulled out documents one by one. Loan agreements, bank statements, tax forms. One letter made her heart stop. A loan taken in her name for over $60,000, signed with her name, but not in her handwriting. She took photos of everything with her phone. Quietly, carefully. Every night, she worked in secret. She rebuilt her resume and started applying for freelance accounting work on. She created a new email, a new PayPal account. Slowly, small jobs started coming in: bookkeeping, tax filing, spreadsheet cleanup. It wasn't much, but it was hers. Meanwhile, the house grew heavier. Judith became meaner. She criticized every meal Alana cooked, complained about the laundry, left messes on purpose. You should be grateful we still let you stay here, she said once while passing her in the hallway. Vanessa had no shame. She walked around the house like it was hers. She used Alana's things without asking, wore her slippers, ate her snacks, and laughed loudly whenever Marcus gave her gifts in front of everyone. Once, Alana found Vanessa wearing one of her old dresses. Hope you don't mind, she said with a smile that wasn't a smile. Alana didn't respond. She just looked at her and nodded. Looks good on you, she said softly. Marcus rarely spoke to her now. He only asked for things: food, laundry, dry cleaning. There were no conversations, no kindness, only silence. Then one day, Judith gathered everyone in the living room. We're planning a little celebration, she said proudly, to make Vanessa the official lady of this house. We've filed the house title change. Once it's approved, it'll be hers. Everyone clapped. Marcus smiled. Vanessa winked. Alana sat quietly in the corner. She smiled too, but not the way they thought. That week, she bought a new dress. Simple but elegant. Light blue. It fit her well. She started wearing her hair down again. She added soft lipstick, clean earrings, real shoes, not slippers. She stood taller, moved with grace. Judith narrowed her eyes. Why are you dressing up these days? Alana smiled. No reason. I just feel like myself again. Vanessa whispered to Marcus. I think she's losing it. They all laughed behind her back. But Alana wasn't losing anything. She was finding herself again. She kept working at night, building her case. She shared everything with her lawyer. The fake loans, the stolen money, even voice recordings she had started saving. One night, Marcus left his laptop open. Alana checked his email and found messages between him and his lawyer, talking about her name being removed from the house. There was even one line that said, "She won't fight. She doesn't have it in her." Alana screenshotted everything. Each day, she gathered more. Each night, she smiled wider. They thought she was weak. They thought she was silent. But she was building her storm, one small step at a time. The living room was full of noise and fake smiles. Balloons hung from the ceiling. Judith had decorated the house with gold and white ribbon. There was loud music playing, and plates of food on the table. Everyone was dressed up, especially Vanessa. She wore a shiny green dress with heels that clicked loudly on the floor. Her nails were bright red, and she held a glass of wine like she was already the queen of the house. This is just the beginning, she said, laughing with Kendra. Soon, everything will be mine. Judith stood up and tapped her glass. Everyone, thank you for coming to celebrate a special day. The papers have been filed. Vanessa will now be the official woman of this house. People clapped. Some whistled. Marcus stood next to Vanessa, holding her waist. She deserves this, he said with a smile. She's been my support. She's earned it. Alana stood near the back, holding a small file folder. She wore a clean, sharp navy blue suit. Her hair was styled. Her shoes clicked quietly as she stepped forward. The room slowly grew quiet as people noticed her. She walked to the center and looked at everyone calmly. I have something to say. Judith rolled her eyes. Not now, Alana. But Alana didn't stop. She opened the folder and pulled out a stack of papers. These are loan documents, she said, her voice clear. Taken in my name. Signed by Marcus. Without my permission. She passed a few copies to people nearby. The crowd murmured. This is fraud, she continued. And here, she held up more papers, are screenshots of messages between Marcus and Vanessa, talking about how to remove me from this house, how to trap me with nothing. Marcus stepped forward. Alana, stop this. She looked at him. Calm. Sharp. No. She turned back to the guests. 2 days ago, I filed a court order. All property transfers are now frozen. Nothing can be moved, sold, or claimed until the investigation is complete. Gasps filled the room. Judith's hand flew to her chest. What are you saying? I'm saying I won't be erased. I won't be stolen from. And I won't be quiet anymore. Just then, there was a knock at the door. 2 police officers stepped inside. One of them looked straight at Marcus. Marcus Okoye? The officer asked. Yes. Marcus said, his voice shaky. You're under investigation for financial fraud. We have questions for you. Please come with us. Judith screamed. Vanessa stepped back like she'd seen a ghost. No, this can't be happening. Judith cried, holding onto a chair. Vanessa grabbed her purse and stormed out without a word. Alana stood still, watching it all. She didn't cry. She didn't yell. She just smiled. A soft, steady smile. When everyone looked at her, confused and speechless, she simply said, I just smiled, and then I remembered who I was. Then she turned and walked out, her steps light, her back straight, leaving the mess behind her. A few weeks after the party, Alana filed for divorce. She walked into the courthouse with her head held high. No fear. No guilt. Just peace. The papers were signed, and the process began. She didn't ask for revenge. She just asked for what was hers, and the law was on her side now. She found a small apartment on the quiet side of town. It wasn't fancy, but it was hers. Clean, bright, free. She unpacked her things slowly, carefully. Each item had meaning now. A plate, a photo frame, a plant. No more walking on eggshells. No more pretending. She reached out to her old job. They remembered her. Within a month, she was back in an office, doing what she loved. Numbers made sense. Unlike people, numbers didn't lie. Her boss welcomed her back. Her co-workers respected her. She was no longer invisible. Alana started to see Tammy more often. They met for dinner, laughed about old times, and talked late into the night. Tammy always said, You're glowing now. It's like your soul came back. She also visited Mama Etta, bringing her tea and helping her with groceries. Mama Etta smiled and said, I told you, child. You had fire in you. Now look at you, burning strong. Her confidence grew day by day. She dressed the way she wanted. She walked without shrinking. Her smile was different now, soft, calm. It wasn't a mask anymore. It was real. Marcus tried to call her a few times. He sent messages, even flowers. She never replied. Vanessa was gone. No one knew where she went. No goodbye. No trace. Just silence. Judith's health began to fade. Word reached Alana that she had been in and out of the hospital. Her pride kept her from asking for help, but Alana sent her monthly medication. Quietly, without a note. Not because she cared, because it was the right thing to do. Alana didn't need to shout. She didn't need to prove anything anymore. She had survived. She had rebuilt. She had won. Without noise. Without begging. Only grace. Only strength. Only her. Months had passed. The sun was just rising as Alana stepped out of the car, looking up at the tall glass office building. Her heart beat fast, but not from fear. From joy. She walked through the doors with a small plant in one hand and a photo frame in the other. Inside the frame was a picture of her, smiling, really smiling. The kind of smile that came from deep peace, not pain. People moved around the office, greeting each other. Alana took the elevator to the 6th floor. Her name was already on the small plate at her new desk. She touched it gently, then placed the plant beside her monitor. Then the photo, a reminder of how far she had come. She sat down and took a deep breath. Her phone buzzed. It was a message from Tammy. You did it. Alana smiled. This time it was different, soft, strong, full of life. She typed back. No. I remembered I was never meant to be small. She set the phone down and looked out the window. The city was waking up, busy and wide. So was she. Her smile stayed, real, whole, and unapologetic. Hey besties. Thanks so much for watching till the end. If you loved Alana's quiet revenge and powerful glow-up, don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment below. What would you have done in her shoes? And of course, hit that subscribe button for more drama, strength, and unforgettable stories. See you in the next one. It's going to be even juicier. Bye for now.